Yeah, well, it's that time again. Yeah, you know. You know what time it is. I know, I haven't done my hair. But that's nothing unusual. Well, what? Ah! Oh, I'll give it a brush afterwards. After I've done this. Anyway, here we go. Today's issue is it's the Fang Update. And today's issue is murder mysteries. Who did it? Who done it? Who done it? Who done it? Who did it? Who done it? Who did it? I mean, Agatha Christie's got a lot to answer for, I think. I mean, let's have a look at the structure of a who done it. Alright, someone gets killed. Suddenly, well, actually what happens is, right, the amateur detective turns up to a village, a little town, or a slow moving train. And as soon as they turn up, someone dies. Right? Then they start investigating. Of course they investigate. Look here, look there. Ask someone here, ask someone there. All that stuff. And eventually it gets down, oh, someone dies along the way. Someone else dies. Right? And eventually it gets to the end. And what happens? All the suspects are brought into one single room. Be it on a train, on a plane, on a ship, in a building, in a manor house. One room. All the suspects. And then no one tries to run away. Oh, whoa. And then all is revealed. How stupid! The suspects should be running away. Why do they all have to turn up into the same room? Why don't they just shoot through? Oh, no. The power of the amateur detective. Mesmerizes everyone to turn up. Yeah, it's a bit like the game Cluedo. Yeah. Was Dr. Plum in the laboratory? Yes. I mean, come on, let's be real. Yeah. Everyone's gathered together. And you know, I just like to have one time when all the suspects are brought together and they come down to reveal who the murderer is at the end. They turn around and say, "It was you, Miss Marple! This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have come to our town or boarded our ship, our liner." I'm certain the murderer is always the amateur detective. It is. It is. You just think on it. It's obvious. These events wouldn't have happened if the amateur detective hadn't turned up at that place. Am I right? Think on it. It's logical. It's obvious. The other problem I have with it is when it's set around a little village or a little town. Especially when you watch certain TV shows where there's a murder every week. And some country police shows. They're ghost towns. By now they should be ghost towns. Somewhere out there. Well, not just out here in Australia, but right around the world. Wherever there's these detectives and they're based and people get killed in the local town. And that's where the show's set. There must be ghost towns. There's no one left. You see? Awnings just going, blowing in the wind. And McDonald's wrappers tumbling down the street. No one's left. Except for the amateur detective or the old country cop who gets into the investigation every week. That's all that'll be left in those towns. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. We're going to do something. First up, I believe we have to move to ban all amateur detectives from living in small villages or small country towns. That. And then we have to also remove wise old police officers, old coppers in towns, and they investigate all the cases which shouldn't even be investigated by them because it's beyond their criteria. Yes, and then we'll repopulate it, the rural areas again. That's why there's less people living in rural areas. It's because of these silly, the old wise copper and the amateur detective. I tell you, it is. Murder mysteries. There is no murder mysteries. Not when you've got an amateur detective turning up to your town, or even turning up to your suburb. As soon as you hear word that there's an amateur detective turning up nearby, ban them! Call out the army! Get a vigilante group together and drive them out! Because you know someone's gonna die! This has been the Fang Update. What can I say about today? Well, when you get right down to it, I think today I have imparted a community service by highlighting this problem in society. And it's not just Western society or Australian society. This is world society. I bet you it's going on in China right now. I bet you there is. I bet you there's some sort of like amateur detective turning up at some little village and everyone ends up dying. I bet you it's happening anywhere in the world you can think of. Even in Antarctica. Oh, yes, Antarctica. That's usually when they do a special. Which is usually TV orientated. Yeah, go down to Antarctica or the North Pole. Suddenly someone's dying. Yes, so there you go. I hope this has changed your life. Hasn't changed mine. Take it easy.